Welcome to Sport Matterz. Sport Matterz is a podcast sport show with special focus on football, basketball, and boxing. So get ready for an exciting, intriguing, heart-pumping show.
Trust us on Sport Matterz to give you guys the best of unbiased opinions, from football down to basketball and boxing. So why don't you join us on this journey up on the flight and let's dissect some juicy topics from the world of sports.
Speaking about dissect, we head straight to the Super Falcons, at the Olympics. Yes, we're drawn in the group that consists of Japan, Spain, and Brazil. Trust me, guys, when I saw that
group
list,
of death, right?
I was like, group of fire. But the Super Falcons, 3 points or at least 1 point. Is it too much to ask?
No, definitely not. But let me remind you that the last time we participated in the Olympic, for the Super Falcons, we went out of the group stage with 0 points.
Was he also group of fire too?
Brazil was there.
Wow.
Now South Korea was there and Germany was there. This time we had Japan, we had Spain, and we had Brazil. So and we ended up getting 0 points. Definitely abysmal for us.
Yes, it is. That's the word. But why is it that?
So I think for me, the number one thing is the preparations. Any nation or any national team that performs well at any given tournament, their preparation has to be spot on. You can see with the Super Falcons, how do they train? When did they start training? How long do they train?
Yes, it's a whole lot. When you talk about Nigerian sport as a whole. Now the Olympic. Trust me. There are a lot of nations that takes 8 years, 12 years to prepare.
China, it takes them 8 years to prepare for, just a particular tournament that they are going to do. Maybe the next one in the 2028 or thereabouts, they are already preparing right now.
Because you won't tell me the Super Falcons, you won't tell me we don't have good players.
We have amazing players, but at the same time, I'm a little bit critical of the coach, Coach Wardrobe.
Yes.
The style of play to me doesn't really sit well with, what we want to play.
Yes.
Yes, I know with the likes of Ajibade or Oshoala didn't start the first game, obviously.
Was there any a problem or probably a rift with Oshoala?
No, I think probably with Oshoala, the fact that she's gone out of Europe now, she plays outside Europe, so these coaches sometimes tend to favor the players that play in top competitive leagues. So but for the Super Falcons of Nigeria, that was not really a good performance. We did not really play well. We did give ourselves a good shout. The game versus Spain, we could have gotten a draw at least, but do you think it was an error from our goalkeeper?
Yes. Chiamaka will tell us. She might not tell us, but yes.
But the funny thing is that some professionals will make a case and say, oh, she was trying to protect her line and all of that.
No. When we see goalkeepers make an howler like that,
especially India,
area, that's they need. As a goalkeeper, I'm not a goalkeeper, but we expect you to command that zone. But you saw the goal versus Spain. The Spain girl, right? She can't tell us Putellas can't tell us she intentionally, whipped that ball like that.
But let me tell you, the funny thing with footballers is that she can actually. The question is, if she comes out and say, I meant that goal, what would you say?
No. We won't argue with it because we really cannot say. But judging, the flights, it was going to be a set. It was going to be a square play, square play. For me, that's my opinion. But Putellas can come out and say, oh, she meant it, and it was a good goal.
Going forward now, we can speak about the lack of preparation and all of that, but things needs to be done in the right way.
Absolutely.
We can't keep, putting up ourselves, making a mess of ourselves in, global stage like this.
Right.
I think it's important that, the sport ministry and everything, please put
the question is how long are we going to be talking about these sport guys, the guys in power behind the scenes, to help.
So I just think it's more about people coming together. We need to talk about it because everybody knows, it's quite obvious, these things that we go through. You see these players sometimes they tend to keep a shut mouth because they don't want to offend anybody. But we know all of these things, we spectators, we know all of these things. You can see it.
And you can tell, you can tell a nation that prepared well. And of course the saying, if you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail. And when it comes to Olympics, you can differentiate between a nation that has been preparing for years.
Funny enough, we have 0 medals. But that's a topic for another day, of course, but we have to move now to basketball, where our ladies, the D Tigers. Yes, unfortunately, D Tigers, the men team, did not qualify, but trust me, our D Tigers, amazing ladies, wonderful football players. Kalu, those girls are really good.
The coach is exceptional. Let's start with the coach.
Rena Wakama.
Let's start with coach.
She's 32 years, grew up in the United States of America, North Carolina. But the most interesting thing about this, let me tell you, is the fact that our parents are Nigerians.
They are.
This is not a case of UK father, Nigerian mother,
or American mom and Nigerian dad.
Both of them they're from River State.
Yes, and she's representing. It's good, like when we're seeing progress, we can quickly run to the coach and say, yes, the coach is doing well.
And our way up to being the Tigers coach was actually step by step. She came into the whole thing in 2015. She had to go back to the United States of America to complete her business administrative stuff, and she was part of the WNBA setup as a director of operations and all of that. But she's back in Nigeria. She won the Afro-Basket competition. Impressive one. And now she's made a name for herself. The first female coach for in Africa to get as far as the quarterfinals of any basketball competition in the Olympic. Rena Wakama.
Yes,
that's the tweet.
That's just it. And when we look at the Tigress, you talk about sports. We have to talk about the chemistry, the togetherness. The everything, commitment.
I tell you,
the Tigress have everything. You check their defense, you check their offense, everything they do it so well.
So there's been a lot of talk about these girls not proper Nigerians and all of that, but trust me, they are really
they're
representing us really well. And you touched on something, their defense, and in basketball, the intensity, the defense, the defensive part of the game has to be top notch, and the intensity towards that, and that's what the girls have shown.
And
so
it takes me to the Tigers versus Canada women. What's that third quarter? What was it all about?
The comeback
23-5.
Okay. Yes, can we talk about the first game, Australia? Okay. World number 3. We were trailing about 8 points or 10 points thereabouts in the first half, and these girls turned it around before halftime.
Yes. And versus Canada, the Tigress, in the first quarter, it was 18-18. Yeah. The second quarter, Canada won that. Canada won the second quarter and the third quarter, but the Tigress, swept Canada in the third quarter, and that was 23-5. Brilliant.
The size of the girls is not the biggest size in the basketball court, but
the
brains,
everything, the togetherness,
the intensity that they play.
There was a point the Tigers coach said no foul in this.
Absolutely, and that was very beautiful. But can I tell you the biggest strength for the Tigers? Their ability to steal. They've got massive ladies who steal. And basketball is all about your defense is all about stealing. Your intensity, how you're able to calculate, and the focus. So they've made history. Great one for the girls, the Tigers, and we will continue to support our ladies, our amazing and beautiful.
Of course, we'll continue to say, and we can spend the whole minute talking about them. But it's just also important that we touch on boxing quickly. But speaking about boxing, we're still on the Olympics, and with the female side too.
Yeah.
Why is it that?
Are we sure it's the female side? There's so much questions about.
There's so much controversy. Are they male or female? This might be a little bit,
To you, what do they look like when you look at the people that they're saying they're trans?
Mixed.
They look mixed.
They look mixed, but
they sound feminine.
One of the fighters coach said, "I am very sure she's a woman." And in my mind, I'm like,
but the funny thing is, why do we have like this? It's 2024. Why do we still have things?
Trust me, there's a lot of controversy right now. They say the way the women eat,
Did you see the lady that they beat up? I'm pretty sure many out there saw it. The lady was literally crying. She said she's never been battered like that ever.
Yes, and
she felt she was battered by a man.
But it's a lot. Now, my question is, the guys doing the check, the people, the authorities doing the checks and all of that, how do they pass and say, okay, yes, you're good enough to participate in women competition?
So with the Olympic, we know for sure that every regulation, checks, testing is 101%. So that's what I feel like. I think maybe people are just making up excuses actually.
But it keeps happening and happening now. It's not just one. No,
it's not looking like a norm, kind of.
Yes, it's looking like a norm, and guess what, it's in just that female boxing.
Yeah, we had I think it was 2008 Olympic Belgium or thereabouts. We had a similar situation, but it was not boxing actually. This girl used to run. I don't know. People were like, how can she run this fast? And people started saying, oh, she's a man. She's a man. So, but I just think the ladies are actually that good. And when you fight a different gravy, a different type of fighter, you tend to think that maybe she's a man. But I think from what I've seen,
and also with the training routine, you can. They might not.
I think one of them is from Algeria.
Algeria is there. They might start having that masculine, body. But hey, guys, we hope they are women.
Yes, we hope they are women. It's definitely an interesting, topic, but we do not want speculations and all of that. But we have to discuss about something that is very, very important. We started with the Olympics, yes, the Super Falcons, the football. We went to the Tigers basketball, and we had to touch on some African countries in the boxing and all of that, the scandals and all of that thing. But for Nigeria, the country, the nation, we've had no medal so far, not even a bronze medal.
It's disappointing.
It's disappointing
and embarrassing too.
Going forward, what do you think needs to change? Like
a lot. Nigeria is a big country.
Sorry, are we still the giants of Africa?
I mean, it's debatable. Yes, it's debatable, but I wouldn't want to say yes or no, but it's probably, I would say maybe we're in the middle, because right now it's a whole lot. And when it comes to sports, now when it comes to sports, there's a lot involved. The infrastructures, how the preparation goes and everything. Just let me tell you for a fact that some of these our guys that represented Nigeria at the Olympic, they did not train in Nigeria.
Of course. No, where are the facilities actually?
That's the thing, the facilities, the infrastructure, so many things that needs to be done. And for a country like Nigeria going into the Olympics is every 4 years, right? Now there's a lot of time, but it seems like there's no time. How do you prepare for? I said it earlier. We see nations, we can differentiate between the nations that prepared 12 years before, 8 years before. You understand me? But so, there is in Nigeria preparing 3 months or 6 months. It doesn't work.
So I feel it's just clear. It's simple. The preparation starts now. That's the message, and that's what's the most important thing. Building a facility, well conditioned,
getting things right,
outdoor surfaces, indoor surfaces.
I mean, this topic is very tough, because when you look at a small town with less than 200,000 population, already have a goal, and there's a country called Nigeria without a goal. It's a whole lot.
And with the acclaimed words, giants of Africa, and
it shouldn't be like that.
Yes, in the world of sport, it's not even the same anymore. Because we can speak about Morocco. They got to the semi-finals. The men's team, and there was also another African team that got there, Egypt. So I think it's very important. We're not here actually to lament. We're here to give you the best of unbiased opinions. But we definitely hope that you guys enjoyed the flight. As we took the trip from football, we went to basketball, and we stopped at boxing, and we had to discuss one or two things. So but it's just we hope that things get better, and Nigeria becomes great again.
Hopefully,
especially in sports.
Sports is a beautiful sport.
Yes. So yes, that's all. That's a wrap for Sport Matters for this episode. We sign out as we would always do. Love yourself, love your neighbor, and love the game. I am Taiwo Olatuja.
I'm definitely Kendo Olatuja until we come your way again.
Stay safe,
guys.